Hello everybody, and welcome to a Let's Play of Path of Exile. Now this is the Fall of Oriath. That's because I've never played this game before. It's a lie. I've played it for about 2 hours here prior, just to kind of get a feel for how the game works. But outside of that, I've never touched this before. I always used to play Diablo 2, or did not have internet. Now, as you'll see, I'm working with Steam. We happen to be running this on a computer. And here's my little level 9 Templar. But we're not going to play this guy. That is a fun character only. We're going to create a new character. We're going to go ahead and create a hardcore character, because I don't believe in bringing back a character from death. Now, here's the thing. We get one of 6 people to choose from. I was playing as a Templar.
You swore sinew and soul to serve God and the Order of the Templar.
Yes, you did.
For years you built a life upon faith.
Or did you?
Only to smite it asunder with one sinful blow.
Oh, one
And is
sinful
that not
blow.
the greatest folly of all? To lose faith when it's all you have left? You were once the chosen of God, a Templar. You are now the chosen of Rayclast, an exile.
Okay, Mr. William Shatner, pausing. So, here it is. We have the Templar. The Templar is a fun-looking guy. Fun-looking guy who more or less hits people with staffs and things, and he does magic and fucking other stuff. Then we have here a Shadow. Oh my god, shut up. I'm gonna talk over him. So, this asshole, it looks like it's like a thief almost. Kind of like kills people, backstabs, things like that. We have, of course, our basic barbarian, the Marauder. Jesus Christ.
We offered you truth, yet still you clasped your superstitious lies.
That's annoying. We have a Ranger, of course, your ranged character. You got your duelist, dexterity kind of person, and a witch, which is apparently the magic caster. So we're gonna go ahead. I always like meat sticks, so I kind of want to play another Templar, but well, you know what? We'll do something different. We'll play a duelist, and we're gonna name this duelist Mr. Swifty Swift.
Your path inked in the blood of gratuitous.
Yeah, Mr. Swifty Swift. So, Mr. Swifty Swift.
The grand arena. Now, Rayclast shall be your audience and your foe.
Yeah, so Mr. Swifty Swift here is going to be our character. He is Swift and Swifty. That's what he is. Now, you'll notice the little name above his head. I have that setting turned on here in my options under your user interface here. To always show highlights. Reason why is I like highlights. I like being able to see what's on the ground. Let's censor ourselves real quick. I like being able to see what's on the ground, because if I don't see what's on the ground, I usually miss it because my eyesight is terrible. So every 8 I usually like to get that as well. I like to always show sockets, do things like show a full description. So if I'm hovering over an item on the ground, it'll just show the full description, the actual item, everything else. I don't like to have full life bars, but like life bars on enemies, it lets me know that I've hit them, and life bars above me, because I'm not looking at this side of the screen or this side of the screen. I'm not, to be quite honest. That's why I suck at League of Legends and Dota and every other fucking MOBA game, because don't save. I didn't do any changes. It's because I don't look. So we're going to talk to this dying exile.
You and I, we're the only ones that made it to shore. Alive, anyway.
Ugh. Alive.
Looks like
Anyways.
you found something you can defend yourself with. Good. This place is crawling with criminals. There's smoke rising just east of here. Could be worth checking.
Ooh. Yeah, that's right,
Even
motherfucker.
the dead rise to challenge me here.
So we just picked up a few things. You always pick up a few things when you start the game off brand new. This guy happens to be what's called Double Strike. Perform 2 fast attacks, which is perfect for Mr. Swifty Swift, because Mr. Swifty Swift is swifty as Swift. We also have to have some Scrolls of Wisdom. Now, funny enough, if anybody remembers Diablo 2, this is like a Scroll of Identify. It just identifies random magical items that you don't happen to know what the fuck they're about. With the Scroll of Wisdom, though, it also doubles as currency, which is very effective because it means that you have to more or less choose, do I want to identify this magical item, or do I want to use it to buy something at a store? And unlike Diablo 2, buying things at stores in this game is actually pretty useful. Now let's try out this double strike. Boom. Now you notice I have some health potions down here, right? I've taken a little bit of damage, and I'm going to use a health potion with the 1 key. That healed me back up, but notice it went away, but... Haha, if I kill a monster, it refills. It refills as I kill a monster, I should say. So let's, Swifty, 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 swifty. Haha. Kind of starts going up. Hardcore mode, it seems like, they're a little bit harder, and things don't regenerate as fast, which is fine. Might also be because I'm used to a higher level than this. Boom. Boom. Smack you right in the face there, Mr. Not-So-Swifty Zombie. Now, another really unique thing with this, why do I need a tower shield? I guess that's my question. A chance to bleed. What do we got here? Chance to bleed support. Supports attack skills. Supported attacks have 25% chance of causing to bleed. We'll go ahead and put that right there. So we'll hit him twice and bleed him at the same time. Holy capote. Anyways, what I was saying. I can't even remember what I was saying. So maybe talking about items in the item shop. I might have been talking about items in the item shop. I can't remember. Obviously it wasn't very important. So Mr. Swifty Swift here is pretty swifty with his swifty. If I had the option to name weapons, I would name his weapon Swifty. Watch out for exploding barrels, everybody. This has exploding barrels in it. Iron hats. Look at this. I am not much of a rogue now, am I? Look at my little character here. I look more like a freaking warrior than anything else. I got iron on and everything. I gotta get me some leather. Gotta get my BDSM on. Because this guy is obviously a dual-wielding bard. That's what it seems like. He uses a rapier and everything. So, boom, 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 boom. Cut off his head. Cha-ching. So I always like exploring these coast areas. You know, the biggest thing is that there's usually treasure and stuff like around here, or at least enemies. And as you'll notice, we have an experience bar. Like in most games, you level up, and then you get to put skill points into skill places and things like so. And because of that, the more enemies you kill, the harder you grind, the better ultimately your level's gonna be. And if we can gain a few levels here before we even hit town, that'll be fan-freaking-tastic. Now I would tell it to skip all tutorials, but oh goodness. Oh boy. Oh boy. I guess we'll refill your spirit then, sir.
It's nice not to be dead yet.
It is very nice not to be dead yet. Alright, so let's see what we've picked up here. We've got a couple things here that we can try to identify. Wool shoes that give us life regen? I'll take it. Oh. This just requires that I be level 3 before I use it. Yeah, okay. Alright, I see what you're doing there. We got a rusted sword, both exactly the same darn thing, but we're gonna dual wield these guys because I don't think that I should have any blocking. I think that I'm a dual wielder, to be quite honest. And I've gained a skill point. Haha. Now everybody's tree looks a little different, but we all start from a local area. So we can either start going attack speed and accuracy, or we can start going on physical attack damage and life. So we're gonna go with attack speed because we're swifty. We're swifty McSwifties. So we have to be swifty on the attack. Now I'm also going to go ahead and ruin this little back section here because why not? Nothing here though, so kind of a waste. That sucks. Now we enter town. So with town, it's called Lion Eye's Watch. Now it is not watched by a lion eye. Alright, so Letters of
Titan
Exile.
of Theopolis, you have transgressed against your god and your fellow man.
Unlawful
You have been a willing
avarice.
vessel for foreign
Okay,
sins.
so it's just like why he got banished here. So this has a very, I almost want to call it religious, and that's kind of, it's not its fault. It's kind of just because of the fact that you're being exiled. So talk to this bitch. She has some things. Apparently, got to talk to Bestel.
As an
Yep. And then I gotta talk about Nessa and about some Drowned Dead, and we don't really care about the rest of it. And then we talk to this guy who's gonna reward us with something fantastic. So, swings their weapons or both if dual wielding. Ooh, which is great. Okay, we can either do Cleave, which is an AoE melee attack. We can do Shrapnel Shot, which fires an arrow and requires... Oh no, it doesn't require anything. Or we can do this, which is a projectile as well. We're going to go with Cleave because we're working with a dual-wielding character. So now, our middle mouse button, the one that we use to scroll, if we press that in,
that's soon enough.
notice he talks about it, it'll actually do this Cleave attack where it'll swing both weapons. Still double strike. It'll still strike down with the two weapons here, but here's what we're going to do first. We are going to go ahead and talk to him about all this stuff. Boop, 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 boop. And we're going to go see what he has for weapons to start us off with. Because one of the things I've noticed is these shopkeepers, that's what I was saying before, the shopkeeper weapons are actually really friggin' useful. So, like, for example, let's see if we can find some one-handed swords. That's a rusted sword, and rusted swords. So if we can find some one-handed swords, not some two-handed swords, because I don't need that. Humming Rusted Spike of the Brute does 5 to 13 physical damage. Only costs 2 scrolls of wisdom. Adds 25% to my global critical strike multiplier. 12 strength, 1 to 6 lightning points of damage, which is shown up there, and it'll still support the red gem from over here and the green gem actually, so I could put it in either or slot. It's looking good, to be quite honest. We'll go ahead and take it. All we do is, and one of the other cool things is gems. Everybody remembers gems. Gems are fun, but they were a pain in the butt to take out. Now they are not a pain in the butt to take out. Now, you simply remove them with a right click. That's it. So we're going to try and find another spike out there in the wilderness because these little daggers are kind of garbagey. 4 to 10 points of damage to 5 to 13 points, plus the extra elemental damage there. But, beggars can't be choosers. We're also going to go ahead and sell some things here. Notice he gives you scroll fragments. You stack 5 of these bad boys together, and bam! You have yourself
farewell.
A scroll of identify, we'll call it, or the scroll. What is it? Scroll of wisdom. So we'll hold all our stuff in here for right now. We always want to have empty inventory because when we go out here, God, there's going to be so much loot to be had. So much loot. We are now
pleasant of arenas, but it'll have to do for now.
Yeah, it'll have to do. You're poor. You can't afford where you're gonna live. So we are now here on the coast. Boom, 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 boom. Well, we're striking pretty fast. It's pretty good. Let's see here. Let's try out our new ability. Oh goodness! Hi there, cannibals.
My spirit is spent.
Notice this other thing here. We have a 4-point shield. Go away. A 4-point shield. That's actually being granted by... I don't even know by what. What's granting the shield? I don't even know what's granting the shield. But we get a shield in this game because you don't really block. So the shield kind of acts like a buffer before you start taking health damage. And it's really useful, actually. If you can find items that boost that shield, you can pretty much go an entire encounter without being hurt, depending on the level of the encounter you're engaging in. Pick up the Scroll of Wisdom. We're going to need some... Now notice it's telling me over here that things are leveled up. What happens with these gems when you level them up? Notice it says deal 70% of base damage. And here, let's pull that up again now. Deal 71.4%. So these actually will get more powerful as you use them. Which is really nice because it means exploding barrels. It means that there's always a chance that you'll be keeping the same gems you had at level 1, especially if they get really good. They might even be better than the ones you get when you're much later on. And look at that, there it went up. No more nonsense. Alright, so remember what I said about how we have to watch our health? Well, I happen to have health regen on the boots. On the boots. About almost 2 points per second. And we have a splintered tower shield, but we don't care about tower shields, so what is that, 6 to 10, 4 to 10, 6 to 10, 30% increased global critical chance. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take that little shank there. The shank is so much better. Okay. We got some cannibals incoming. Cannibal Holocaust, anybody? Stop throwing things at me.
My spirit is spent.
So here's something else I want to point out too, everybody. When we're talking about these abilities, see cleave here, right? Only works with axes and swords. So I was a little hesitant. I was a little quick there in saying that the sword was garbage. It actually removed one of our abilities by taking that away. So in order for us to use this cleave ability, we actually have to keep the stupid rusty dagger. Bummer. So we're just trundling along right now. We're kind of trying to grind a little bit, get some stuff up. All our objectives are the exact opposite way. But you know, don't tell the game that. Right, now we have just acquired probably one of the most useful items we will ever have. It's the portal scroll. Portal scroll. Portal scroll is a scroll town portal. I don't come across them too often, to be quite honest. I really don't. And when I do come across them, you know, they're usually right when I need to use them, so then they're gone. So, that being said, we do want to hold on to it until we're actually full up on our inventory so we can make the most out of it. Because otherwise it's just wasted, and nobody likes wasting things. At least I don't like wasting things. I don't know about you guys. You guys probably waste everything from toilet paper to candy bars and, you know, children. Yeah, get out of my way. Mr. Swifty has no time for your non-swiftiness. Ah, exploding barrels! I should just stop going to get exploding barrels. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Cleave you in the face, bro. Skeletons of hatred. Dodging arrows like it's nobody's business. Don't you shoot at me. So we're gonna go for a little bit longer here, but really the first part of this is just to kind of explain what we're gonna be doing here in this series. Weathered carving.
Khan's canoe struck this sand with the force of destiny. At his beck, the greatest war host in Karui history tamed the wild sea, their canoes coupling with the land one by one. Lion-eyed gemlings met us with shining metal and bold words.
I don't have time for you. I have crabs. Don't tell my wife that I have crabs. She'll wonder where I got them. Ha! It's a joke, everybody. Everybody get it? It's a joke. We can laugh. It's all good. This is not a PG channel. This is definitely, probably PG-13 channel. If not more.
My spirit is spent.
Your mom's spirit is spent. We have a skill point. We haven't used this yet. We're gonna go with dexterity for right now, just because dexterity leads to higher attack speeds. So rather than doing something like that, we're gonna go to the dexterity route down to here, down to 30 points of dexterity. Then we're gonna start hitting this attack speed to kind of boost that a little bit, so we can get this armor evasion mid-center point. We might just go to Art of the Gladiator. Yeah, we'll apply that. Bam. Alright, because the dexterity does more. It helps with the attack speed. It helps with damage, because we're a dexterous character. You know, we do a lot of things. And notice now, he's swinging a lot faster. Swinging a lot faster than he was just moments before. You know, they were still landing hits on him prior. He's not getting hit now, so that dexterity is a lot more important than 3% attack speed. We're going to get the core of our character up. Oh man, what does this bitch want with me?
I believe in traveling light.
Your mom believes in traveling light. Oh god. Oh god, that got scary for a minute. Boom, boom. So we're gonna try and find. It's a rusted spike. Ooh, okay. Right. So notice the spike's not really that good, but it's 5 to 13 points of damage, like this, right? But it's got 25% global critical strike, which is what this guy had. But this guy also had the elemental damage and increased strength. All this thing does is increase accuracy. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off. We're gonna take the rusted spike and put it here, and say goodbye to this little sword. We're gonna. It doesn't fit. We'll put it in the gloves for right now. We got a vine circlet. You know, we might as well. Armageddon Guardian. Okay. Alright. Gives me life regen, increased shield, cold resistance, lightning resistance, and increased stun and block recovery. That goes where my helmet goes, though. I was thinking that was. It gives armor 10. This gives energy shield 6. It's definitely a little bit better than this helmet here. As far as the jerkin goes, strangely, the Chappy Jerkin's better than some plate vest. So that's. We'll just take that at face value. And we got to reorganize some things in here so that we have room for some more stuff. Such as, for example, this rusted sword. We don't need the rusted sword at all. Never mind. So we'll just leave that rusted sword in its rusty place on the rusty ground, where it can be a rusty crutzy. Clicking furiously on the map to move. I have so many more clicks per second than you do. Boom, boom. I just gotta poke you. Poke, 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 poke. Poke you faster. So yeah, we're just getting a good reveal of the map here. Notice our gems are a little bit closer to being leveled. So while we're here, let's go ahead and put another point into the dexterity. Let's apply that point there. Aha, now we will be even better. Okay, well, skeletons. So we're going to go ahead and, since the waypoint's right here, and where we're going to be going to is actually just right down this way to get the medicine chest, tidal island, all that nonsense. And our inventory is looking pretty full. We're going to call it here. We're going to go back to town under Lion Eye's watch. And we're going to turn in some stuff. And then in the next episode, we're going to go ahead and take out Tidal Island. We're just going to murder everything. And then when we're done murdering everything, we're going to go ahead and get that medicine chest. We're going to bring it back. And we're going to be rich and happy. I don't need any of this. What do I get? 2 scrolls, 5 transmutation shards. I'll take it. And what do you have for sale? You have some belts, though. You have some belts and things. Oh. You know what? That shield is so useful. It is worth the 2 shards that you're asking for. So I'll take that from you. I'll also go ahead and buy off of your persons. Let's see. These all require those. 1-4. Nah, we'll find some rings. I don't need that too badly. But there's that, and we'll go ahead and hit our stash up where we can go ahead and put this mana potion in there, stack all these guys in there, and we've got an empty inventory ready to go for our next episode. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. If there's anything that you would like to see in the next episode or something of that nature, simply leave a comment in the video on the comment section below. And just remember, stay swifty.